What's up guys, and this week's video I'll be showing you guys 3 more warm-up drills that you can do before a game. So let's get to it. Alright guys, before we get started here, I'm doing some simple stretches here, and you can just keep this real simple guys. Like, these are just some examples that I do before I actually do my warm-up, because it's really good to loosen up your body in a way where you're preparing yourself to do the hard work, right? So right now I'm just circulating my arms, then stretching out my neck, and then so forth, like my legs and such. And I find that's really good. Like, it gives me like a semi warm-up before I do the actual warm-up, and allows me to think about while I'm stretching, like, okay, like these are the things I should be working on. And let's say you lost the game, right? Let's just say I lost the game, for example. Like, I will be thinking about how to improve from there, like how to get better. And I ask these questions to myself while I'm doing the stretches, like, was I able to pick up that ball? Was I able to receive it back to my setter? Was I able to set the ball? And was I able to spike the ball when it was set to me? Like, these are the things I think about, and I make sure that my warm-ups incorporate that sort of gameplay where these sort of things could happen. Like, and it's a really good way for me to practice and revise these simple techniques that could change the way you play. So right now guys, I'm just finishing up with my warm-up, and right now we'll get to it. So carry on from last week's warm-up, we're pretty much doing the same thing. We're warming up with some receiving the ball from the net. This is a really good practice guys. I highly recommend you guys practicing this. This will enable you to build that sort of confidence when picking up the ball. So the next one up guys is picking up the ball with one hand. This is a really good way to practice your coordination, your movement, as well alternating with both arms. And this is a really good way to, you know, be more versatile instead of just receiving the ball with two hands, like together. Like, it's really good to pick up balls with one hand. I don't really highly recommend it, but if there's a situation that you're diving for the ball with one hand, like, this is where the practice comes in, right? So as you can see, I'm just hitting the ball from the net and alternating from both arms. So the next warm-up phase is setting the ball back. This is a real good way to change up your gameplay, because normally you set the ball frontwards, but if you set it back, you kind of change the whole game and the style you guys want to implement. So I do this quite often, not always, but a few times, right? So the whole idea is that you pretty much setting to your back or the other side spiker to hit the ball, and that's pretty much it. And the way I'm doing it right now is just flicking the ball to the net, running forward, then setting it back. And it might be hard at first, but give it a shot guys. Like, it's no hard of, you know, trying new things. Even I'm still failing at it, but hey, like, practice makes progress, right? And the last warm-up phase I'm doing right now is tipping the ball over. Like, this is a bit of a challenge for myself, because rarely I don't really get the opportunity to tip the ball over, but when it comes my way, I fail. So I've just added this sort of warm-up on the third and last one, because I just want to show you guys, like, you know, I'm still learning the sport, and I think that doing this sort of practice really just allows me to expand my learning curve. If you're starting off, just try to tip the ball over. Nothing too extraordinary, but for me, I've tried to give it a bit more skill and try to hit it in an angle where it's harder to pick up. And that's it guys. Those are my 3 warm-up drills that you can implement in your game and hopefully improves your gameplay. Next week I'll show you 3 more warm-up drills that you can do before a game. Take care guys, and I'll see you then.